ce soyayya. Mutum da yake nima abu ya kamata.
I will not tell more. And it's for people.
Sani sa saboda ayyukan da mahaifi Bukola Saraki yi komi da su ga ci gaba.
And many brothers and sisters, wives and children, unfortunately, have either lost their lives due to the insecurity that has happened in this country. May Allah Almighty Allah continue to get the Jannah Firdaus. And we pray that inshallah come 2023, we'll put an end to insecurity in Nigeria, particularly in Zamfara State. Me, I do not plan to continue with where Buhari left. I want to start a new page to return Zamfara to a state of peace and security. And inshallah, we will do it. We will make sure that end of banditry, we'll make sure end of kidnapping, and we'll make sure that our people can go back to the farms and continue to do what they used to do. This is my #1 priority. When I became Senate President, no Senate President before had visited Borno State and gone to the areas. I was the first Senate President to start. And inshallah, with your vote, if I become the Senate President, I will fight insecurity in Zamfara State. #2, we must create jobs for a lot of our young people. But we must fight insecurity first. We must unite Nigeria. We must make sure that we have somebody that understands how to bring jobs to our people. We must have somebody that the youth, because today majority of Nigerians are youth, they must have somebody that likes the youth, that will work with women. We must have somebody that the entire world will respect and they will work with. When we do that, Nigeria will be better for all of us. I want to assure you that I will be for Zamfara. My government will be the government that also belongs to the people of Zamfara State. Because even before I became president, I was with Zamfara State. And inshallah, after I become president, I will still be with Zamfara State. So I want you, I appeal to you, as you go back, that all the delegates, inshallah, in Zamfara State, to vote for me, so that I'll use that opportunity as a doctor to make life better for our children, for our women, ensure that there will be free health. You will not need to pay any more for health care, and you will have security in your state. This, inshallah, I will do, and I promise, and I'll be committed to make this happen. So I appeal for you. You need Nigeria today needs a very active and dynamic president, because the work is a lot. And only when you have somebody that can do it, then Nigeria will be better. Inshallah, we will be better, and we'll go and we'll vote for to become president. So I seek your vote, I seek your support, and Almighty Allah, inshallah, we'll do it together. We will do it together. Inshallah, we'll do it together.
A lot have been said. It's like I have been preempted by the earlier speakers. They have taken from me what I will say. But however, I will not be empty-handed. I will say something. Well, we are here to reunite with all of us. This is a family reunion. Dr. Saraki, who is here with us, in whose residence we are, himself and his ancestors have been very good ambassadors of ours. They have represented us very well in Kwara State and beyond Kwara State. Some of you may be lost at what I'm saying, but go back to history. You get the gist. You see, they are from our place, and they were mandated to move down by the great Sheikh Usman Danfodio. And they were given the flag, and they moved to and settled in Ilorin, Kwara State. Some went beyond. They remain focused. They have not forgotten where they are coming from, though they settled in a new environment with some locals with whom they had to live together, they had to interact, they had to form relationship, but they know their roots. And we know where they come from. We have not forgotten them, and they have not forgotten us. So when I say it's a family reunion, all of us here should be indeed happy that we have come to one of us. I go down a little bit to history. We all know who was late Abubakar Bukola Saraki, and we know who was Alhaji Aliyu Usman Shagari. History of Shagari and his government cannot be complete without the mention of late Abubakar Bukola Saraki, Olusola Saraki. You can't write Shagari's history without writing the Oloi inside. So we are one. When Shagari was in power, late Abubakar Olusola Saraki dedicated himself to make sure there was a viable government. He supported Shagari, he supported Nigeria. In short, he was the Senate leader, a very dedicated Senate leader. When he came and settled down after the removal of that government, he didn't relax. He went back working in northern Nigeria, building bridges, establishing contact, giving humanitarian assistance. He was a great humanitarian person. He was a philanthropist. There was nowhere in the nook and cranny of northern Nigeria his humanitarian gesture did not get to. We know this. He would sleep with Nigeria in his mind, and he wake up with Nigeria in his mind. His Excellency did not know me now. I know the topography and geography of this house everywhere. This is not the first time I'm coming here. This is my home. My former chairman, when they came to Zamfara, he made a statement. He said the first time he set his eyes on Colonel Balamande was in late Olusola Saraki's house. Did you say that or you didn't say that? Good. So he met me in my father's house. That is a statement of fact. So for me, here is home. This is a brother. And so we have come to see him. We are not coming to play politics with him because we are brothers. and we will support our brother.
I think you rightly said we have a lot of good aspirants, but I think that in any time in the country requires a typical type of leadership or typical person. I believe that where the country is today, with the kind of disunity we've never seen for many years in our history, works to the fact that you need somebody that can unite the country, somebody that's a bridge between the north and the south. Because without that unity, we can't get that progress. And I believe that I'm well placed to build that unity. You also need a bridge between the youth and the older population. I believe also I'm perfectly placed to be that bridge. You need a bridge between private sector and public sector. As you can see today in the country, over 80% or about 80% of our revenue is going to debt service. So the country cannot develop just from government resources. You need private sector investment. And the private sector investment will only work with somebody who they find comfort, who they believe understands their language, understands business. I believe I can provide that. So I believe that the challenges that the country faces today in the issue of economy, having a dogged, courageous leader fits what I've done all as governor, as Senate president, and I believe that I'm best fit for that. And that's why I think that if we look at what we're trying to achieve in Nigeria today, look at all our previous achievements, all of us who are contesting, look at our experience, who's been the executive, who's also been legislative government, who's been in the private sector, who has been able to stand challenges, who's bold and courageous, because there's some courageous decisions we need to take as a country. 2023 is not going to be an easy time. We have to take some very serious and very tough decisions if we really want to turn this country around. And you must be prepared. You must have shown that you are prepared for this job. In your ideas and in your ability to be a solution provider. This country has many, it's not lack of ideas. Ideas are there. It's its ability as an individual to provide leadership and to be able to lead from the front. I think that is what I'm good at. That's what I've done. Every office I've gone, I've left it better than I met it. And I believe that if given the opportunity to lead this country, I'll make this country better than it is today. They need to look at that person that can unite this country. They need to look at that person that can make this country work, that can fix this country. They need to look for that person that will be able to win that election, that has the energy, that has the drive to be able to do that and make Nigeria better. And that's what they should look at. We should not go by where you come from, what you worship, and what language. Those days are gone. I believe that I would like to see that this is a watershed in the history of this country, that going forward from now, we start talking about how can you perform. And not only in the political sphere alone, even in daily lives. There are a lot of young, talented people who go through the struggle that they don't have an opportunity to excel because the system is not fair. It's rigged against some people. I want to democratize opportunities so that anybody, wherever he comes from in Nigeria, he's a Nigerian and he should be allowed to excel and to work hard and to get there. And this is the kind of that leadership I would like to provide for this country.
Thank you very much, Jason. I want to ask this question because we were once heading the reconciliatory committee,
yes,
and the issue of ad hoc delegates. The crisis is coming up. It's in Edo. Most of the states are really going through this. What are you? Sorry. So how are you going to tackle this? Going by you achieving that assignment given to you?
Well, I think at this stage, some of these systems we've used we need to have a review of them. We need to make the best of the situation we are now because we're all about a month to end of primaries. But there's no doubt some of the recommendations we made as chairman of the Reconciliation Committee that some of this process we need to look at it. We need to be able to also have sanctions and maybe hold people accountable, the kind of people we send out to carry out some of these processes. So I hope that we will make the best now, but definitely between now and the next, it's not something we can review and tackle. There's no doubt that there are flaws in them. They have not worked perfectly, particularly now where the level of participation is so high and people are expecting better standards. For sure, it's something that political parties need to look into and be able to say a better way of where popular candidates will emerge and where people have an opportunity to sell themselves, and not a few people would hijack the process and ensure there's inclusion for everybody. That is definitely the way forward. But between now and the primaries, which is really weeks and days, I think we just have to make the best of what we have now. Thank you so much.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.